Okay, so we have as our mounting clip or anchor bracket. We want to put these into with auxiliary view. Just a little view here. Well, here, look at that. So look at that. Speaking of that, there's what we just did. Okay, showing it in an auxiliary view. So it's interesting. Yeah, here it is. So this is basically what we're looking for. We need to see certain areas of the drawing. Let's take a look at this. And this is the metric. Yes, that one's metric. So I'll go to File, New, Metric, anti-millimeter IDW. Create. All right, I'm not going to mess with sheet size yet. I'm just going to pull them in, and we'll use this as our front view, no problem. We'll project onto the top view. Throw the side view in. Create. Okay, now we also need the auxiliary view, and the auxiliary view is coming off of here. This is the view. This is the surface that we want to see because this is oblique. This is oblique. We want to get a good view of how this will look over here in a true view. So we'll have to come off of this as the only true length line representing that surface. So when we go to auxiliary view, right here, click on that. Okay, we hit the view we want to use, and then we pick the line to be our baseline that we work off of. And we can pull it off, and it shows our auxiliary view, right, in true shape. Now, we don't need all this extra garbage. If you look at, when they do these auxiliary views, they just, more often than not, just show one aspect of it. Let me see a picture on. Okay. Oh. I have something in here that looks right. Okay, like here, we only got half of that view. They break things up, all right? They give us partial views because we don't need all this information that we can't get anything from. Here, they break off the oblique surface to put, and they just put this part here, right? So we can do that to make it more easy to comprehend. So technically it would be good to just break this, but first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this view, edit view, and I'm going to uncheck this box and then get rid of all the hidden lines in here. Okay, get rid of them. Now I just got these lines. All right, and I'm just going to get rid of these. To get rid of these, if we mouse over the line, it turns red there. I right click and I can turn the visibility off, or I can put a window over several at once and then right click and turn the visibility off on those. Okay, you gotta be careful not to grab stuff that you do want. That. Zoom in, get rid of that. That little piece right there. That right there. So this is all we need right here. This is what I need to dimension what's happening here. And there's other lines in here that are really unnecessary. I don't need this stuff. This is just from glitches in the software. Okay, that's all fine. Technically, I would put a little rounded line right here, but in the Inventor, it's not really conducive to that, and it gets to be a real pain. This is not representative of what we want to see. Get rid of that. That's all fine. Down here, get rid of this stuff. Get rid of that. Actually, it would be good to have the line continue on down and then have a little fillet on there. But again, the software doesn't really do that for us. That's okay. That's all right. And we can even, we they don't have break lines for us to put in. We can, remove stuff if we want to that's just unnecessary with a crop. So I can come in here and just crop that out like so. So that's all I need from there. And again, this isn't completely necessary. It's not wrong though. Crop that out there. So this way we can concentrate on what's important in this view. What's important in this view is this area right here. What's important in this view really is just the profile and the thickness, okay? And of course in this view we're going to be getting the angle and all that stuff. And let's move these down here. And let's get rid of this big title bar or title block. Oh yeah, here. Let's see large, delete that. Right click on sheet. Let's go to edit sheet. Let's see if we do this on an A size sheet. Yeah, not a problem. Just move this up and put in a drawing resources, title box, anti-A. Good enough. Move this over a little bit. So, if we want to, we can sneak in one of these guys. Let's edit that view. Let's scale it down a little bit. Have scale. Turn on the shading and just kind of move it over to the side here, out of the way. Put some center lines in. Let's see here. Annotate. Center lines here, here, here. And we want sector lines here, 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 and here. Now you notice these center lines don't have the dot in them. Okay. So, or the dash. They need the dash. So what I'm going to do is to change the scale of center lines in Inventor, like in AutoCAD, we type in LT scale. In Inventor, right click on that. We're going to go to edit center mark style. Let's go pull up this up in the style options menu. And we're going to go to up here at the very top of this where it says standard, and our default standard ANSI millimeter. If we come down here, we have the global line scale. I'm going to change that to 0.5. Save and close, and now I've got some dashes in my center lines. Much better. Okay, and we can fill out our title block. Let's see, title, this is, what is this called again? Anchor bracket, all caps. And Stitch, company, State University. That's good enough. And close and save. And this is going to be all 21 anchor bracket. And if you submit this file, the IDW, I will just get a sheet. I won't have the images on it because Inventor is weird like that. It needs the model and it needs to reference the model to give you what it gives you. So what we have to do is we have to export this to a PDF file. So I'm going to export PDF and then can bracket PDF save, and then that's what you can hand in. And it should be in there. It doesn't automatically open it like AutoCAD does. There's my class documents. I go back. There should be. There's the anchor bracket. Okay.